Welcome back to Ni no Kuni, part 36. Ha!
And
Very
wow,
good.
we start the part and immediately Drippy falls
Good,
over.
Pedro. Good, Pedro. Now keep it up from now on for the rest of our career.
Oh god. How can I possibly do that? Now my whole life is... You've turned my life upside down, Jova.
Hey, I'm helping you become more organized.
Boom, 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 boom.
Organization be damned.
Alright, Chua, you be the old girl, I be the old woman.
Oh,
Okay.
you always are the old woman, but then again,
course.
that is your
Well, it's
fate.
like, I'm always the cat, Dwibs is always the asshole.
God, what is he thinking? Why is he letting more outsiders? First
I'm sorry.
a giant man, and now children! Children!
Hold on, sure. Did you say that Tio's always the accidental female voice actor?
No, I said Dwibs is always the asshole.
By the way, guys, her name is Anciana. Get it? Anciana?
This is all the little girl characters is probably more accurate.
You
Sure.
turn the voice.
Actually,
Well, you
that's a
turn
good
the voice,
idea.
Spider-Fuse.
Alright, Lips, your Bonnie voice, if
Okay,
you please.
go ahead.
Alright.
Your Bonnie.
Which
It's not,
one's the little girl?
the one that's not Anciana.
I warn
Don't
you.
worry, don't worry, it'll be clear when she's it. Here we go, flipping again. What's all this about sacred ceremonies and blooming blessings? What do we have to deal with this every time we come to a town of ancient people? Seriously.
Because the script said so.
Okay? You come to Perdida and yet you know nothing of blessings? Didn't you read the lore data log? How disappointing of you. Look deep into the eyes of the people here. See how we are blessed.
We've seen them all, right? Those people aren't blessed. They're...
Cursed.
Basically, Dwebs, what happens is their eyes look soulless. Broken-hearted. Seems like some blessings aren't worth counting. So basically, there's almost everybody in this village, for some reason, is broken-hearted. There you go, that's you, Des.
Okay? What did man say, our hearts, they are broken?
Was he Spanish? So I'm going for
Yeah, I was originally thinking of having sure. Never mind that. Pay no attention, cariño. The blessings we have received have lifted the fear from our hearts. And after that, we can all kill ourselves and go to the greater plane, like a good old cult. Do you know how many towns in this land have been wiped from the map by the dark? Basically, this has kind of become this weird cult where they break their own hearts to avoid having to have suffered Shadar do it. Basically.
That's sad.
But you
Yeah.
can't just give in. You have to stand up to Shadar.
This village literally lost all hope and decided to just go down themselves,
No wonder
basically.
they're called Perdida.
Exactly. Let me take a look at you, Nino. Ah, you are a wizard, are you not? Insert a Harry Potter reference here.
I
You're
know.
a wizard, Oliver.
Well, in my common language, it's called a bruja. When we're...
And you know what it is now to have no magic, no power, nothing but fear in your heart.
A bruja.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Unlike someone like Oliver, they don't have the means to defend themselves. That's actually a good point that she's making.
Ma'am, you can't let your heart be broken just because it stops you feeling afraid.
He's right. What's the point of being like that? You may as well have your heart broken by Shadar.
This is something that I really like about the way Reina wrote this game. Even though, by his own admission, of course, it's a game intended for kids. Like his intention was to create a good game for children. He treats, in true Hino fashion, he completely respects the kids' intelligence because he forces them to think about these complex issues.
Hey, Pedro.
Yes. Go ahead.
How much you want to bet he's a big fan of shows like Transformers Prime, Steven Universe, and the like that, are technically kids shows, but don't talk down to kids. In fact, actually tell a few good morals here and there. Heck, Teen Titans 2000...
Don't get me wrong, Shova. I'm sure he would appreciate those shows, but I don't know. I think he's more the fan of Studio Ghibli-like stuff, or maybe wacky comedies and stuff like that.
He has
not
a
so much-
variety. He has a variety if Snack Road, Leighton, and all that are anything to go off of.
Well, then again, he is making now a new franchise of giant robots, so I guess technically it's also
The
possible.
man made a reference to MLP conventions.
That's actually something that you say, Jova, because on a recent episode of Yokai Watch in Japan, there's a new yokai that is all about shelving canceled stuff or deleted stuff. Like,
Yeah.
for example,
Really?
they also do a joke about them. He keeps all the yokai that were created but never brought in. They were never given the light of day, and one of them is a yokai that literally is a farming vehicle that turns into a robot, and the yokai's name is Transfarmer.
Also, another yokai in that episode looked like OCs.
That's the idea. Tail laughed a lot actually when I showed him that, like, Transfarmer.
That was a great.
That's a great pun in general.
Anyway, in case you're wondering, we're having a sacrificial cult here.
Basically, what the little girl Nina that Dwebs is voicing is going to be the next one to be quote unquote blessed.
There's a good girl, Carino. May we begin the ceremony?
And guess what? Queen Kulan is the one doing this shit.
It's her.
The queen of the heavens.
Oliver, keep your mouth shut.
And yes, you can see in her eyes, she's also brokenhearted.
That forehead.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
She looks
Is
like
she the
she.
sister of one of the island kahunas from Sun?
She looks like she escaped from One
I'm surprised you
Piece.
didn't do that joke, Dwebs. I got a bad feeling about this cliche.
Cheaper, she's broken-hearted. Seriously, she looks like she broke out of the One Piece anime with that face.
Oh no, she's gonna start spewing out emotional exposition that slowly spells out why we're supposed to feel bad here.
done this when he attacked Xanadu.
That reminds me, Tio, is One Piece still
I've
going?
heard that the manga's better, but goddamn the anime, I'm not a fan. Honestly.
I'm not a fan of the art direction, honestly.
Actually, I really like the art direction, but I don't like the writing though. Anyway, moving on.
But if we do something, you know, I'm broken-hearted too. I read the first few volumes of that manga, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I've heard the manga's better.
Yeah.
She, Dwebs. Yeah. Very good. Jova, you're supposed to be cool on.
I know. What is the matter, my child?
Wow, you sound very masculine for a queen. I don't want to be blessed. I don't need it.
Psh, psh, Dwebs, I don't want to be accused of whitewashing.
I don't want to be broken-hearted. Everyone is wrong.
Psst, psst, Dwibs, I'm actually going for a deep voice. You'd be surprised, but a lot of women can actually have deep, masculine-sounding voices. In fact, some even use it to their advantage.
So surely.
And ventricles would sing
How dare you say
after.
such things in the presence of Queen Kulan?
Dwibs, I've got several singers who can show you one for.
So yeah, for obvious reasons, the child refuses, because she's afraid.
Then she leaves me no choice. For the benefit of this misguided girl, a special ceremony is required.
Oh boy.
What do you mean to do to her?
A touch of destiny.
What's happening? Fought the Cadavra!
You're actually not that far off, Dibs.
That's not good.
So there you go, here's our nightmare. Kulan's nightmare, void of love. That's
And-
the emotion she's missing.
It's a flipping nightmare. What's he gonna do with the poor dog?
Nina's in danger.
Even though she's not here, she's in danger.
Right.
It's because they're the only ones who can see it, because magic. Remember, we established in
Yep. I know.
the beginning of the game that normal people can see magic.
Okay, I'll admit, I think these are one of the few cases where, yeah, Drippy telling you what the boss's weakness is handy, since I think the nightmares do have different elements.
Most of them are fine. Most of them are fine, but yes, I do agree with Dwibs that Sir Borea's hint was, come on.
It is a bit also weird that, you know, you're always gonna get a hint from him on every boss at some point. And it's not even at the start, it's always smack dab in the middle, like, well, it's kind of weird.
Well, considering they're taking the sequel, considering the usual method from level 5 sequels, I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna take feedback and probably correct stuff like that for the second game.
Cruel
Cruel.
Rain.
Nice.
Acid
Aha.
Rain.
Joke's on you, bitch! I defend it.
And then you ran into that.
Well, unfortunately, it was under the ball. There was no way I could have waited to get the ball. Or Glenn, rather. Burning Heart!
Burning Rangers!
Ow, ow, ow.
By the way, who else has played Burning Rangers?
I've heard of it. I've been trying, but unfortunately, I haven't gone around. It's a Saturn game, right? Or is it
Yeah.
Dreamcast?
Yeah.
Saturn.
Yeah, I have to get around to getting it at some point.
It's a pretty good and maybe ahead of its time for the time, but still keen game, I'd say. What do you think, Tio?
I haven't seen that much, but from what I've seen, seems fine. And it was made of a Sonic team, if I remember.
Yeah, it was one of their non-Sonic games.
IPs.
It was so close to showing up in Project Cross Zone 2 because there's a part where,
Yeah.
well, you know who, say, Sanshiro mentions the Burning Rangers. Still can't believe Sanshiro's
Well,
actually
pretty much all the Sega characters mention them.
I do love how all the Sega characters know who Sanshiro is.
Well, obviously.
But another neat idea is like, well, akin to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it does establish that apparently each of the companies' characters apparently take place in the same universe.
Partially, for example, all the demon characters share their demon world, and for example, the fighters are in the real world and everything.
And of course, Ace Attorney, well, Ace Attorney is one of those cases where apparently the Ace Attorney universe also exists in the Yakuza universe as well.
Yay!
Huh.
There we go.
There you go, dumb.
And sadly, Dibs, that was the last nightmare we're gonna face in the entire game.
It's kind of weird there's only 3 of them over such a long
4.
game. Oh, right, 4. I forgot about the other one.
Nina Carino, are you alright?
Your Highness.
Get away from me.
You disappoint me.
Oh shit.
Well, crap.
Of the heaven.
Let me guess. He's gonna kill him.
Shadar, yeah, Shadar has been basically,
Hear me,
yeah,
Queen of
controlling her or something.
Failed me for the last time.
is as good as spent. Though you are a sage, it would seem you are all too human. Perhaps I was wrong to choose you as my representative.
Lord Shadar, I beg you, give me one more.
It is too late. Shorn of the power of your nightmare, what use have I for one such as you?
Horse jokes her.
Queen Coolan!
You have failed me for the last.
But it's okay,
time.
guys.
Coola!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Kept you waiting, huh?
I see. The dregs of Xanadu arrive. How amusing. I look forward to seeing how much of a fight you put up. This time.
By the way, I could
Oh,
kill you, but
Nah, can't entirely.
Believe it or not, Dibs, he actually does have a reason why he doesn't just kill over himself.
I meant
Kulon is back to her old self again. Sorry.
I meant the queen. Yeah,
Kulai.
just
Yeah,
the
sure.
queen.
How dare
Yeah.
you! As a base-born ruffian, like you would presume to meddle in the affairs of a queen!
Oh yes, because you were doing such a great job handling it yourself.
But don't you see, Shiroi? She lost her ability to love. Literally.
My apologies, your highness. I never did know my place now, did I?
So yeah, turns out Kublai is from Xanadu. And we're going to learn
Same
exactly
goes for
how
the
he knows
rest of
Kulan
you.
here.
What business can you unruly kind have with one such as I?
It's okay, Shiroi. She just needs love, and just like in Beauty and the Beast, Shiroi. We just realized that there is no love in her heart. Literally. Charming, isn't she? It looks like the Queen of the Heavens is still very much broken-hearted.
This looks like a job for you, lad. Can you do for the queen what you did for Tengri?
Yeah.
Sure I can. I can mend her broken heart.
There's no doubt about it. What that high and mightiness is missing is a spot of love. That's what makes the world go round. Love, love, love makes the world go round.
You know, there are so many ways to give her love.
So it's love she needs, is it? Who do we know that's brimming with love? Oh, there you go.
If it's love you're after, I'm your man.
Who do you think you are?
There you go. You what?
You what, mate?
What mate?
You heard me. No man has more love for a woman than I have for Kulon.
So
There you
say the
go.
word-
Aw.
So every time I say the word love, that thing goes off. Okay, love, 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 love.
No, it's because the thing shines whenever someone has a specific emotion in abundance, and the fact that he's now reunited with her means that. Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Shiri.
He loves her. He loves her. Now we know. Now we know.
Jova, ship her on deck. Ship her on deck. Abandon the
Everyone to
ship.
the lifeboat.
You know what, guys? We don't even need the lifeboats for this one. Ready the cannons.
Haha, cannon, get it?
Enough of this nauseating talk of love. The very word turns my stomach. Oh, lady, never go to the internet then. Thus speaks the fiery maiden I fell for. 'Tis music to my ears.
Crikey, it must be love if he's happy taking that kind of abuse on the chin.
It is either love or he's
Yeah,
completely
sure.
deluded. Yes, what's the story between Kublai and Queen Kulan? I need to know so I can
need to-
write my fan fiction.
Yes.
How do you know she
No,
loves
I'm
him?
gonna sing.
Calm down, will you?
Yeah, calm down, Jova.
What?
Now,
Dweebs, are you
kiss.
triggered that easily by singing? Never mind that now. All we need to know is that Kublai has to share some of his love. Share some of his love in his heart. In his heart, mind you.
Yes, a knife to the
Quite
heart.
so.
That'll work.
But why'd you keep saying love like that, though?
Because it's Jova.
Hey,
No, no,
sure,
no,
sure.
Simply
sorry.
Esther.
Excuse
Hold on,
me,
here we go.
excuse me.
It all comes off in this game. It comes off as like they want to make love
Here
or
we go.
something.
Not
The
only
finger
that,
makes the world go
Roy.
round,
Not only that, Roy.
represented by the color magenta.
Not only that, Roy.
Yeah.
I'm not the one who highlighted the color. I mean, I'm not the one
Well,
who. I'm not the one who
That's the thing,
highlighted
Tail.
the
Red was
word-
already taken.
That.
True.
Well, actually, Pedro, they highlighted the word love in the King of Colors.
What I mean is that enthusiasm is the one that has the red symbol.
And yet they highlighted in red, which success is important.
There we go.
But how? My heart, it's
You set my
melting.
heart
I finally got one.
Why?
There we go. She recognized him now.
Your Highness, so you are back with us. Just realized we've taken 2 bits of emotion from this guy and he's still as chipper as ever. I spoke so harshly to you just now. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Well, yeah, remember.
That's
what
one cool
he
thing that I love
has
about
an
Kublai.
abundance of emotion.
Yeah, he has
Go ahead.
Kublai is a fucking badass. Well, and the interesting thing about his badassery is that it's not the typical badass. Usually, when you think of a badass pirate in media, you think of someone who can plunder or fight with swords and stuff. Now, this guy's a badass just purely on the fact that he's a fucking strong, very emotionally strong person in general. That's an interesting way of creating a badass character, if you ask me.
He reminds me of me. And no. That's not just me speaking highly of myself, but yeah, a lot of people say that I don't break
So-
easily either.
So you're a pirate then, Jova?
Well,
Because I do what I want because a pirate is free!
Hold on, this is important. Kind of.
you're right. It seems as if his love for the queen is a little bit special.
Besides-
Esther, calm down.
Also, you gotta remember, Jova, he likes pirates, and also he was fine after the 13 trilogies. So.
Yeah, true. I was the only one, I kid you not, Jibs, I was the only one who was not broken by the 13th trilogy.
It nearly got you. We were close.
But now
Anyway,
that we're
the
gonna
po-
have to redo Lightning Returns, now I'll know what's coming, so we won't get to
Yeah.
see that because YouTube screwed us out of a channel for no reason.
Alright, basically
And
what
then I
happened
came to this
was...
town and basically, yeah, she lost her town, came to this town and started breaking the hearts as a pact with Shadar.
But your highness, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself.
I was also okay. I don't know if we talked over it, but basically, back when Xanadu was still around, Kublai here was actually part of her aerial fleet, and he, of course, he's basically it's the classic story of the guy who's part of the army and he fell in love with the young princess back when they were young, basically.
You carried out your duties both as a queen and a sage, and trained countless wizards. Have you forgotten all the good you've done? Kublai, What you say may be true, but it does not excuse the harm I have caused. I have inflicted so much suffering.
With my hair.
By the way, Dibs, in regards to being a pirate, well, don't you know, if you love to sail the sea, you are a pirate.
How does that song go? Like,
Yar har
yo,
fiddly
ho,
dee,
yo,
being a
ho,
pirate is all right with
the song
me.
for
Do what you
me.
want, 'cause a pirate is free. You
Yeah.
are a pirate.
Of course,
Oh my God.
Jova would know that.
That song actually got remixed
I know.
for an adult soundtrack.
Oh.
Goes to show how popular it is.
so yeah, now we're telling the story of how exactly we got here.
She was one of the people who died in Xanadu. And she told us that so long as Queen Kulan was alive, there was hope for her people. So wait, is this like Dark Souls where the leader got corrupted and we have to do it and choose to either snuff out the light or keep on the Age of Fire? She spoke of me.
Sure.
She spoke of hope. Hope. My long-lost son. My long-lost...
No, please,
My
no.
And look around you.
Actually, that's Kublai.
And look around you. The people of this town may be broken-hearted, but at least they're alive.
That's the douchebag guard.
Your
Right,
Highness,
let's-
let us return this town to its former self. It may take time, but I know you can do it. Now hurry up, please. You haven't got all day.
You may not be a queen any longer, but we still stand beside you. You are not alone. And what's to say you can't stand up and reclaim
Rebuild
Xanadu?
Xanadu.
Rebuild Xanadu. Oh, Kublai, thank you. Thank you, everyone. You are right.
So if you're not the queen anymore, I need to take that crown off you. Yoink.
I cannot give in to despair. I must become someone who can inspire hopes in others. What, you're gonna become the protagonist of Danganronpa?
You aren't the only great sage who was led astray. My father and moccasins have it too.
I was thinking
Sure.
of playing Danganronpa, but hearing about the third game kind of made me reconsider.
Oh, the first... Dibs, could you...
We haven't even had that yet.
Okay, from what I've heard and seen, Danganronpa 1 and 2 are good, albeit 2 is a bit weird. Here's the thing. We're going to have to commentate on the anime. Basically, guys, Danganronpa has a third game. Actually, let's
Wait a
Genesis
minute.
first.
There's something I've been dying to ask.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, boy.
You two just
Here-
fuck already.
Jesus.
Just fuck already.
I need to know how long something's been going on between Queen Kulan and Kublai. I mean, a queen and a sky pirate. It's so romantic.
Which makes the question why we don't have a Propeller Knight campaign.
Great. That's just one of those.
Also, I can see part of the
God,
model
you
clicking
have to
off
be so nosy. There you go, Dibs.
Even Swain's lecturing her.
Swain always lectures her. Anyway. Go ahead, Dibs.
Kublai is known and feared as the king of the sky pirate. There is more to him than meets the eye, and no, I'm not doing that bloody reference.
Good for you.
We've already done one before in this part, so.
Yeah.
Quite right. I'm a man of many talents, and being the fierce leader of a band of swashbuckling sky pirates is just one of them. I wonder what all his other
Kublai
talents
also
are.
served as a commander of the
there you go.
Zanduvian Airborne Division, in which role he fought for Queen Kulan.
Makes
Goody.
sense. Avast! I can speak for myself, you slapjaw cur!
I thought you called me another C word there.
That's actually me.
You were a commander in Xanadu?
I love, as there's
Indeed he
just now.
was. Since the time of the Wizard Wars, Xanadu has avoided conflict.
So yeah, the one rare town that managed to avoid conflict with the wars.
But neutrality cannot be maintained without significant military power. Kublai's forces formed part of that power.
When we get to Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, and to a lesser extent Metal Gear Solid 3, Kojima does a really good job in going not deep into nuclear deterrence. Oh, I get it. The lowly servant who ended up falling head over heels in love with the queen. That's a classic. See, there you go. Swain agrees with me. There you go.
Swain, do you always have to be so blunt?
Look and
Excuse me, what about you?
Romance story. You know what? I really want to see a parody where Swain and Esther go to watch Twilight.
Oh god, that would be amazing. But it's true. I watched over her since she was but a girl. I can't say I don't feel for her, but I am a mere soldier, and there's naught can be done about that. Except for the fact that she's not a queen anymore.
Fortunately for Esther's joy, we're about to eliminate that wall right now.
But
There you go.
that was then. Things have changed.
Technically, she's no longer a queen, so
Also, if she were queen, she could easily just rebuke the law. Changed?
Yeah.
Changed how exactly? Did you not hear my words earlier? I am a queen no longer. There are no ranks or barriers to keep us apart.
there you go. Now they can live happily ever after.
Can it be? Do you truly mean? I have been quite clear. Please do not make me spell it out.
Actually, I think Esther would love it if you spelled that out.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I'll-
have to!
Yeah, I'll don't worry, guys. I'll spell it out. ITOUC.
There you go, Zero.
Like, don't be so slow.
What? Do you want them to...
How am I gonna get my fantasy fanfiction if you guys don't get
Kiss her,
fucking
damn
my
it.
count?
Esther, they go any faster.
Thinking, yeah, come on, put this out of what misery, won't you? How many times are you gonna make the poor woman say it?
Still your chattering tongues, or I'll cut them off! You stand before the king of the sky pirates!
Basically, like, you're ruining our moment, so, like, just go away.
I wonder, is this how One Piece is finally going to end, with Luffy finally proclaiming his love to... Actually, I don't know who that.
It's like, doesn't matter what it's gonna just...
Granted, maybe a change.
Okay,
Eventually, but from what I've seen of One Piece, it seems like Luffy cares nothing but just goofing off while he's looking for the big pirate
Is it
treasure.
Luffy or Luffy? I don't...
Luffy.
Whatever. The point. Does that change to it, or he's just a doofus throughout the entire thing?
Changes, but
Jova, Shiori.
Oh, I'm guessing. I'm guessing in a bad way, maybe.
no, it's just
Oh.
bad.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Jova, Shiori, Paige, you probably just triggered a bunch of One Piece fans right now.
What, by pronouncing it properly as Luffy?
Sorry, fans. I will concede. Don't worry, fans. I will concede that for all I know, the manga is much better. But I didn't like what I saw of the anime. Maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets later on. But
Well, there is a subplot about deciding what gender you want to
Living in
be.
Perdida. It's so
Perdida.
fun and happy now.
Your words are music to my ears. Surely children like you are the bearers of hope. The hope of a brighter future. Oh, good. Might as well bring up the bout. See, Danganronpa, the actual sequel to the second game is an anime called Danganronpa Free. The actual third game, Danganronpa V Free, that's a controversial game. Just long story short, when we do Danganronpa, we're gonna have to commentate on the anime before getting to V Free.
All I know about that series is completely screwed up in the head.
Yeah.
All I've heard is V3 sounds like it had worst ending than Lightning Returns.
Yeah. V Free
Mm,
has one of the worst endings to a mystery series.
Aren't we getting the third game soonish?
Yes, it's being localized soon, and don't worry, we will be doing Danganronpa. Basically, imagine if Ace Attorney focused on the executions. Like, imagine if
No,
you...
no, I have but seen bits of it here. and
Okay. I know so much about it because the SSMB roleplay focuses so heavily on that series, I've had no choice but to play the games to avoid getting spoiled. Anyway.
there. I've seen some of the executions.
Anyway, to try to bring this back on track.
Then it seems I have no choice. I'll throw my lot in with you, your highness. We'll protect this puny village together. No, Kublai. There are other duties to which you must attend. I'll tell you them in the bedroom. It is not only this town that must be protected from the dark pole of Shadar's despair.
Yeah. She'd rather him also help out.
With
There you
your airship, you may travel freely around our world. Do you understand what it is I ask of you?
Mm-hmm.
I do, but that only too well.
She doesn't. All right, so we're going to try our best to protect.
Esther, Esther,
OTP!
Esther, there will plenty of bedroom time to get reacquainted. You won't be
And there you
seeing
go.
it,
Esther
but-
lost her OTP.
Aww.
Kublai, though we may be
Oh,
apart,
this can't be
we will
right.
always be
Whenever
together.
I have an OTP, one half of them usually ends up dying in an explosion.
Jova?
You're not wrong, Your Highness. Not wrong one bit.
Looks like everything's worked out then. Oh, but before I forget, there was a reason we came here. So, yeah, could you help us out, please?
I am aware of that. It concerns Mornstar, does it not? You need it enlarged, correct?
Yes.
Yes, we're trying to restore its power. We did manage to find 3 magic stones, but even Moccasin couldn't reunite them with the wand.
It was beyond Moccasin's powers, you say? How could that be? Tell me more.
All right. We shall tell you more now.
Well, he speculated that it might be because we both Moonstar
Mornstar.
here from the past.
A masked wizard who can manipulate time itself. I am most curious as to what his intentions could be.
So, like I said, you didn't have anyone to voice, so it was fun.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
But I shall ponder that at my leisure. Our priority is to put a stop to Shadar's plans. I will perform the required ritual without delay. Without delay.
About delay?
Tidy! Sounds like old Kulan knows what needs to go doing to get Monster back in one piece, eh? That is handy. For once, it actually was that easy.
Now, young Oliver, I shall require some assistance in this undertaking. Are you willing to help me? Sure, Queen Kulan. Just tell me what I have to do.
Without delay.
Yeah.
A fine response. The ritual must
there's
be
a-
performed outside. When you are ready, come and see me. I shall be waiting.
With assistance, she means like I need you to do. It's just a help in the ritual itself. We don't need to do anything.
Hey, guys, just count ourselves lucky that the ritual isn't nearly as complicated as locating the treasure ship in Super Mario Bros. 3.
All right. That was all right, everybody. We'll restore Mornstar in the next part. Then.
See ya.
See you then.
See it.
See ya.
See ya.